Ah, there it is. Just for the record. DLC campaign. Units can level up, but skill levels won't increase. Units can change classes, but they don't gain any new certifications, so what you see is what you get, more or less. Or is going to be kind of important. Limited resource. Because of weapon durability. There is no infinite grinding like normal mode, the main game. We are going to play on normal mode here. I did try playing this on hard once upon a time. It was legitimately hard. Normal is fine. Obviously, we're going to stick to casual. That's fine. We'll stick with the defaults. Cannot play online on this Switch account. It's fine.
Cindered Shadows, the fourth house. In the imperial year 185, the construction of Garreg Mach was completed. Saint Seros held a sacred ritual to honor the occasion. 4 saints, known as the 4 apostles, were led to a tranquil place to perform the ritual. They poured their holy essences into the chalice of beginnings, a gift from the goddess herself, in hopes of bringing about her second coming. Alas, the rite of rising failed. Bearing the blame for the ritual's failure, the 4 apostles left the monastery, all but vanishing from the land. The first sought the lush forest of Adrestia's mountains. The second traversed Fodlin's fangs, settling on the ocean's salted shores. The third traveled to the mountains, vanishing beneath their lofty peaks. And the fourth faded into shadow, in a town untouched by day's light. Lost to history, nothing but legend now remains of the 4 apostles. Their offering to the Nabatean chalice and the goddess, who never returned.
Excuse me, sorry to intrude. Please, forgive the disruption, Lady Rhea, but I have that report you asked for.
Do not worry yourself, Eloise. As it happens, I am presently unoccupied. Please, go on.
Ah, great. I'll just... Huh? What's that book you've got there?
It is a chronicle, covering the 995 years since Garreg Mach Monastery's completion.
Huh? Sounds like a good read.
Maintaining the church's records is one of the duties entrusted to all archbishops, myself included. This one states that Saint Seros ordered the monastery's construction after the end of the War of Heroes. This is a rare and valuable text. Most documents of that era have been lost to time.
I see. Time aside, we also lost many books in that massive fire 21 years ago.
Indeed. What was once well documented exists now only in this chronicle. Not least of which is the ceremony commemorating the monastery's completion.
Interesting. I'll admit, I know the year it took place, but not a thing beyond that.
That is to be expected, unfortunately. According to this chronicle, the rite of rising was held during the ceremony. The intent was to bring about the goddess's rebirth.
The Rite of Rising, huh? Can't say I've ever heard of that.
I am not surprised. There should be countless records documenting that important ritual. Alas, today all we have to go on are fragments of forgotten memories and our own imaginations. One thing is clear. Their wish for the goddess's return was most fervent. Saint Seros held the ritual along with the 4 apostles, Noah, Chevalier, Timotheus, and Oban. However, it did not bear fruit, as the goddess did not return to this world. So it is written.
I've never heard of the 4 apostles before. They're different from the 4 saints, right?
That is correct. Today, almost no records exist of the 4 apostles. Their names live on only in the names of their crests, but the bloodlines bearing those tokens of the past have been lost. Any deeper knowledge of the apostles has all but disappeared from the grand stage of history.
Well, that's interesting. Does that mean there's somewhere backstage?
In a sense. It is possible that their bloodlines have carried on in secret, perhaps materializing where no one thought to look. I had not intended to indulge in such a long-winded lecture. Please, tell me your report, Alois. It concerns the underground, does it not?
Oh, right. It's as you suspected. Recently, there have been several incidents in the area beneath Garreg Mach.
Lots of information. Extra lore.
Claude, are you certain that suspicious individual you spotted went through there? I will say, that does look a bit like a passageway, doesn't it?
Unless I dreamt it up while sleepwalking, there's no mistaking what I saw.
I never thought I'd say this, but I believe Claude's story. In fact, it reminds me of something. I have heard tales of countless passages snaking beneath Garreg Mach. This is undoubtedly one of them.
Perhaps so. In any case, there is no telling where it leads.
Oh no. Oh, you're right. There's no telling what we could find. Terrible danger, wicked creatures, unspeakable smells. The risk is too high, your highnesses. I must humbly insist that you wait here, where it's safe and smells nice. Meanwhile, Teach and I will track down the bandit-shaped person. If we don't return, do me a favor and call for the knights, will you?
That is quite enough. As though we would allow you to make that call on your own. With so
Odd.
little information, it's far too dangerous. We'll come along as well, right, Dimitri?
Yes, of course. If it was indeed a thief, we must not allow them to get away with their crime. Considering what took place at the goddess's rite of rebirth, vigilance is paramount.
Right, well, tag along if you insist. Just don't come crying to me if we all meet a terrible fate. Deal?
Likewise. Well, no use dallying. Let's be on our way. Unless there's someone else we should call for?
The 4 of us should be able to handle it.
Teach is right. There isn't a moment to lose.
Whoa there! What's all this, Professor? You and the 3 house leaders creeping around at night? Pretty shady if you ask me.
It's certainly a rare and unexpected sighting, especially considering the hour.
Looks like a whole lot of something is about to happen. I'm going back to bed.
Oh, Linhardt, I
Stop
missed
right
you.
there, Linhardt. Your bad luck is our good fortune. You're coming with us.
You could stop thinking of ways out of this, Hilda. We could use your help, too.
You as well, Ashe. I'll explain everything on the way.
Happy to help. We don't have anything better to do at this hour, so we may as well pitch in.
You have our gratitude. Now then, let us be on our way. Ready, Professor?
The more the merrier, I suppose. Let's just hope we're not all marching to our doom.
I love the way Hilda was pouting in the background there.
Yuri, this is brutal. Tell me again why you're subjecting me to this devastating boredom?
Enough with the yawning, Balthus. If you're really that bored, you could always make a friendly wager.
Thanks, but no thanks, pal. I'm low on funds as it is. Last thing I need is another debt I can't pay.
Right, B. As if you could say no to that. How diverting that you should bicker for my amusement.
Imagine my overwhelming dread were I stuck here without such joyous entertainment.
Count me out. I'll leave the talking to Yuri Bird and Coco.
Hey, boss.
Back already, huh? Have you detected any movement on the surface?
Well, I looked for the Cardinals meeting, just like you said. The thing is, I was spotted by some weirdos. They chased after me and everything.
Some weirdos, you say? So very helpful. They weren't knights, were they?
I don't know. There were only a few of them, but I bet they were armed to the teeth.
With meager numbers like that, I doubt they intend to take on Abyss.
They probably took you for some kind of villain. They'll lock you up if they catch you. Finally, a little action. Let's find them first and throw some punches.
Hold, Balthus. 'Tis ignorance itself to rush headfirst into trouble.
You're excited to fight too. You've been waiting for a chance to try out your shiny new magic.
Surface laws don't apply down here. That gives us the freedom to have some fun with them. They're probably not knights, but our new friends definitely work for the church.
Hey, Frost. Yep, these are the other students that nobody talks about, that nobody acknowledges. At least, not until you actually complete the DLC.
You had best not leave me behind.
And then there are the regular students.
It seems this place is more than a simple passageway. There's clear evidence of human habitation.
People living under Garreg Mach? Oh, my brother used to tell me stories like that back in his academy days.
Ah, so Holst attended the academy as well, then?
Of course. Back then, there were tons of rumors about what goes on below Garreg Mach. Something about tons of passages and houses beneath the town, all inhabited by super shady people. It had a real intimidating name, too. What was it again? I think it was called Abyss?
That's 2 points for the pink-haired gal. Welcome to Abyss, strangers.
Identify yourself. That uniform.
Welcome, curious students of the Officers' Academy. What brings such fine, upstanding surface dwellers to our humble abode?
We're tracking someone who was creeping around the monastery.
Our business here does not concern you. Do you intend to let us pass?
Such indulgence simply cannot be permitted. Your words may fool the fool, but I cannot be so easily deceived. I, Constance von Nouvelle, shall divine your true intentions. You are here by order of the church, which cruelly plots to eliminate the inhabitants of Abyss.
I do want to say these characters are great. A little off the mark, though, if you could believe it. Think we're here to harm you?
Did she say Nouvelle?
I don't care what the reason for this brawl is. A bite's on the menu, and I'm ready to feast. Let's get right to it, yeah?
By the look of them, I'd wager they're experienced combatants. I'm not certain this is a wise endeavor.
I was thinking the very same thing. Time to make a strategic retreat, then?
Turning back already? Oh, but you'll make me so sad. Now, why would you want to do that? Everyone here is starved for amusement. They've been waiting for a good fight.
Wow, look at that. A flawless example of a surprise attack. These aren't your run-of-the-mill thugs.
Claude, this isn't the time to be impressed by our enemy. We must find a way through at once.
Wait. Claude, is it? As in the brand new heir of House Regan?
Who, me? Nah, wrong guy. Claude's a common name in Fodlan. It's just too dashing for new moms to pass up. It's even a popular choice for fake names. Just a good, solid, all-purpose moniker, you know?
Oh, Claude.
Right, except there's only one Claude enrolled at the academy this year. Looks like that's you.
How do you even know that?
Ah, you just gave yourself away, pal. Looks like my luck's finally taking a turn for the good.
Can't believe
All right,
Claude just fell
so
for
your
that.
choices are as follows. Line up for the beating of a lifetime, or let us lock you up like the good boys and girls you undoubtedly are.
I have no clue what this guy's going on about, but it looks like a fight's in order. And it's pretty much all my fault. There's a saying from the East about fighting a flicker with a flame. Seems applicable right about now.
Finally, let's do this already! Prepare to face the almighty King of Grappling!
Why can't I shake the feeling that I know that wild man?
What a curious feeling indeed, Hilda. All right. Yeah, Frost, you're right. It's not really a surprise attack if they just walk right up to you. We'll just have to use our imaginations and assume that they were somehow boxed in. All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need that. First things first, before we really get started, let's take a look at what we're up against. This map is huge. Have the maps always been this huge? They must have been. Anyway, as you can see, we're starting at level 20, which is fine, or except all the enemies are starting at level 22, and this is on normal mode. So they definitely like stepped up the difficulty for the sake of this DLC. Pretty sure I mentioned earlier, I did try to play this on hard mode when it came out, because I was like, well, the main game was actually on the easy side. I'll just do this one on hard mode. I'm experienced. Could be fine. But, hard mode was pretty darn hard. So we're going to be sticking to normal. I guess we'll just see a lot of characters do have items that they're dropping. But let's start by looking at who our main opponents are. So we've got Balthus here. The first named character we're going to encounter. Got all kinds of things in his favor that that are gonna suck for me. He's got these gauntlets that are really strong and accurate. Gives him a combat art, Eviscerate, which... Ooh. That's brutal. The target's either whatever's lower between defense or resistance. The other main thing to look at, he's a completely new class, the War Monk. The War Monk can use some magic. I think, let's see, poke around. So War Monk can use half normal amount of magic spells, I believe. Like, he has heal granted to him as part of his class. But he's only got 10 uses. So I believe what that means is, well, if it were like a white magic class, the cleric or whatever, they would normally have 20 uses of heal. It's also got, you know, bonus damage with gauntlets, can fight unarmed. Tome breakers, so he's good against, he's powerful against mages. Yeah, he's a bit of a one-man army, and yeah, he's got 4 levels on me. He's got nearly 60 HP, so that's fun. Got here. Over here, we have Happy. They didn't really address her by name. She's also a new class. believe it or not. She is a Valkyrie. She can use... it's basically a mounted black magic unit. I did kind of experiment with one. Well, it wasn't really much of an experiment per se. I did have one in the Verdant Wind playthrough. But that was a Dark Knight. That's a class that's supposed to be more like a Cavalier that can also use magic. This is just a strictly magic-focused mounted unit. Main abilities are extending attack magic range for both dark magic and black magic. Also, she's got this unique ability that not only makes her more effective against monsters, also attracts the attention of monsters. So that's going to be fun to deal with. Let's see, moving right along. Got Constance over here. She's a dark flyer. What if your mage could fly? What if they made a magical flying unit? That's the concept here. That makes the class really good. It was a class that was so powerful. They had it in Fire Emblem Awakening, and it was so powerful that they removed it from the sequel, Fire Emblem Fates. Except they added it back in as a DLC only class. So, yeah, let's see here. She's got strong magic, that's for sure. Bonus damage when using black magic, that's... And this new ability, Transmute. If you decide to attack with magic for any reason, she just gets +3 to all her stats until the end of her next turn. Which is kind of a big deal. So, don't cast magic at her is what I'm trying to say. And then lastly, over here we've got Fury. His new class is Trickster. Think of it as like a thief that can use magic. That's exactly what it says. What do we got here for his abilities? It would be pretty good. Honorable Spirit. Unit does not near an ally, grants attack +3. Pose 1 space. Lock Touch. Stealth. That's kind of like an assassin right there. Then there's this. Lucky 7. Each turn, one of those stats just gets +5. Strength, magic, speed, defense, resistance, hit or avoid. Just randomly. Let's see if I can figure out which one getting that buff right now. It doesn't look like I can tell. It's also got this accessory here. Thief is actually a class for a rogue? Oh, that sounds the opposite of what I'd expect. But that's probably because of my exposure to Fire Emblem, where in one of the games it has both Thief and Rogue, and the Thief promotes into Rogue. Right, so his accessory, it basically gives him Canto and also increased movement range. Anything else here? No combat arts. Alright. And also protects against damage. So that's who we're up against. We've got a work cut out for us, for sure. But before I actually start the battle, I think I'm going to do a little bit of reclassing. Like Edelgard. Edelgard starts off as a fortress knight. Heavy armored unit. That's fine. It's just that I think warrior is just better. There is that big defense drop, but get extra strength, extra movement, extra speed. Like the difference in speed is really what does it for me. It's a 7-point difference. Even with that bonus, like weight -5 skill, warrior is still just faster. So we're just gonna do that.
How best to use this strength?
Dimitri. His other option, hero. Dimitri's fine. I'm always a fan of, you know, movement over anything else. Claude. Think about Claude. Even though I just said movement is, you know, movement is basically king. I think I'm gonna go for sniper with him. Just because of that extra damage and that extra attack range, like that's really hard to turn down.
It's good to try new things.
See, Linhardt is here. Classed as a bishop. I could make him attack mage, but I think I'll leave him where he is. Ashe, what do we got? Now, if Ashe is going to be the sniper here, then maybe I will keep Claude as a wyvern rider after all.
It's good to try new
And I could make him an assassin, but that lowers his attack strength, and why would I want that? Hilda's only option is warrior, so I think keep that. I might switch her to a Pegasus Knight just for, again, that extra movement, but no. Bonus damage with axes and bonus crit with axes, that's pretty hard to ignore. This is all looking fine. I guess I'll double check the abilities because this has all been predetermined. I did not get to choose these. Advantage is always good to have around, even if it is kind of nerfed. I don't feel like I need anything else there. Edelgard. Let's see, she does not need sword prowess. We'll give her resistance a little boost. Bring in that weight -3. Try to help her attack speed. Dimitri. That's fine. Claude. That's also fine. Yeah, alright. I think I'm finally ready to get this rolling. Let's go.
Who are you people anyhow? It doesn't seem right to cross blades without knowing at least that much.
Wow, does it hurt to take yourself that seriously? Answer the man's question, B.
Why me? Fine. We're the Ashen Wolves. We're the secret fourth house in Abyss. The surface world turned its back on us, and we did the same in return. Back for a back, as they say.
Can you really just come right out and say, oh, we're the secret fourth house?
Impossible. Still, we must focus on the battle ahead.
Seems like it'll be tough to fight here. It's kind of dark. Looks like a great place to nap, though.
I know that's the premise, but really, I don't think you're allowed to just say
The locks on
that.
those gates look really complicated. There must be another way through.
Alright, I think Ashe pointed out that the gates... Yeah. The gate is complicated, meaning you can't just unlock it through conventional means. You gotta use this lever over here. And of course, he's the one to point it out because he's the one that can open locks entirely on his own.
Battle.
Oh, Linhardt, I missed you. Let's see here.
Who, me?
Yeah, let's flip this lever, see what happens.
Nothing's happening. What are we doing wrong? I think the better question is, what aren't you doing wrong? Only we can operate that.
Wow, harsh. Alright, so that was complete waste.
I'll cut through.
Just look at all those red lines. So scary.
You never had a chance.
Take that free money though.
I will prevail.
I'll give it my all.
Yeah, that was
Ready and willing.
I spent so long being overpowered in the last playthrough that I kind of just forgot what it means to be starting out again. Alright, so I think what I want to do is take as much advantage of these cover tiles as possible. I'll use the Sword of the Creator though, just because, oh boy. Let's see. Curved. Well, it doesn't matter because it don't do enough damage. I just use that for the accuracy boosts, really. Oh, I picked the wrong place.
Ready and willing.
This would be better. Do a curved shot from here. Not with the 9, but... There we go, that's more like it.
I'll give it my all.
Get a mash.
That's how it goes.
Gonna get through this step by step, I guess. Thankfully, when the enemy is the one using gauntlets, they're usually pretty underpowered. Alright.
Who, me?
Give Hilda a chance to get in on the action.
I put in some work.
Did put in some work. That is worth pointing out. What if I try to attack Balthus? I could do a decent amount of... Yeah, go with this.
Come and get some, kiddo. I won't hold back, so you better not either. These fists are packed with years of pent-up resentment. Time to let loose.
Alright, that's a good start. I like that start. Gonna do
Stay
this.
focused.
It's exactly enough to get the job done, and I think, hopefully, I have just enough to at least take out the immediate threats without biting the dust. So, here goes. Ouch.
That is that.
Take that level, though. I'll definitely take that level.
Within.
Strength, speed, defense.
Oh, you've got guts. I'll give you that much.
Well, how was that?
Good job, Edelgard. That means I can safely use Claude. Take out this guy. Cover tile be damned.
That's the golden deer for you.
Claude says, fear the deer.
I'll cut through.
Alright, Dimitri. Take the front lines since you're on the horse and you can move.
Too reckless.
That's not a
I
deal.
must keep aiming higher.
Dexterity's good and speed is good.
Not too slow.
Oh, thank God. We'll just
Who's next?
say that speed level is the difference maker. That's why he was able to dodge.
Be mindful.
I already moved.
Be mindful. Well done.
Thanks, Linhardt.
I will prevail. Who, me?
Everyone's got concoction.
Ready and willing.
Fine.
I'll cut through.
The thing that just happened with Dimitri is the thing you kind of want to avoid. Maybe a concoction would be better. I'll stick with the vulnerability for now.
Come to think of it, there's an easier way to handle this.
Oh no. Oh no!
What was that? It couldn't have been a summoning spell.
Fell for it. Damn it.
I'll give it my all.
I can't believe I already forgot. So, Happy's real thing. I didn't mention she's got that personal ability, Monstrous Appeal. So, as evidenced here, whenever she sighs like that, for whatever mysterious reason, it just brings a monster around. It just does. And now I get to deal with that on top of everything else. I mean, at least this is just like a wimpy little worm.
Stay focused.
It's also, that's a lot. This first battle is a lot to deal with. Just do some long range healing, I think. What are my gambits like? Not true. Fusion doesn't really matter right now. Please add melee. Do that in that. But I do have some combat arts that I can use, so it's not all bad. I think I'll try to attack at range. On this. Nope, that was a bigger hit than I was hoping for. Oh, got the critical going. Alright. Good job, Claude.
I'm not done yet.
Why is this Claude so strong? Realize I have to ask that because he sure wasn't that strong for me before. Oh. Just realized something. I'm not going to be able to pull off armor break here. This is... I need to get 2 more hits in, and I don't have 2 more units that can even get close enough. I'm just going to have to finish this thing off now.
I must steel myself.
Whoops. I think that will be good because I don't draw aggro on the enemy or on happy. This will be fun. Yeah, Claude can stay right there. Okay. There you go, Dimitri. That's how it's done.
I will get stronger yet.
Oh, convoy. Okay, good. I was worried there because since this mode is all about limited resources, I thought, oh no, am I gonna have to throw something away? But no, it's fine. Everything's fine. False alarm. I think I'm gonna turn combat animations. I think that's plenty. I want to kind of pick up the pace a little. Hugh Kenrai, thank you for the follow. Alright, I'm gonna have to kind of hope for the best, because I can't attack from here. and she can't counterattack. Alright. I think I've got my plan.
Is it too late for me to back out of this fight? I don't want to hurt anyone. But in this case, I guess there's no avoiding it.
There is absolutely avoiding it.
I'll stick with it.
Oh well. The important thing is she won't be casting magic on me just yet. Not in this battle.
I'm not done yet.
This is boring. Count me out.
Boring. You can stay right there. I want to make sure Dimitri stays out of the way of the armored knight there, because God, or is there still more of them?
It would behoove you to watch your back.
Oh no, I knew something didn't feel right.
Please don't tell me they get to move too. Oh my God, they get to move too. Oh no, this is really not good. Linhardt, I'm sorry. God. Clutch dodge. I love it, but I hate it. I am not okay with the way events are unfolding currently.
I'd like to take it easy.
Buddy, I want to let you take it easy. Believe me. Gotta be heal time. Alright,
Think this through.
helm splitter with a steel axe. Not good enough. Oh boy. Deadeye is also not good enough. Alright, I guess it's gotta be the steel bow. Now I can come in with a helm splitter. Steel axe. Get that bonus damage going. Dimitri. Oh, thank God. Dimitri can get the one shot. And I am not going to send him too far ahead. I'm going to try to keep everyone kind of grouped together. Byleth can kind of take the lead, though. That's fine.
Battle.
A great help.
I gotta turn off support animation too. I completely forgot. I'll turn up the battle speed.
I will prevail.
Get the enemy to move the line closer. Equip that javelin because they clearly want to target Dimitri. There we go. Take it nice and easy. There's a difference between acting quickly and rushing, although I guess I'm not really doing either. Fine. Guard needs a level. Iron Axe should do it. Perfect.
I must get stronger.
That's a good level. We take those. Don't want to get too hasty with that archer there. Oh, he's got... I completely forgot. He can recover health if he doesn't actually do anything. Really good. Alright. Silver lance for the one shot. Steel.
I will get stronger yet.
No void tile? If I do something like Deadeye, odds are not great. I can still counterattack. I think in this instance I'm gonna want oh, I know what I'll do. Oh, she doesn't have. That's just hit. Do anything to convince this guy to not fatal guard. Look like. Oh, not use. Will not use Claude's mount in this case. Okay, there's no way to redirect his attention.
You're weak.
Guess it doesn't matter if can't actually land a hit. See, this is what I want to see. This is using the terrain to your advantage. Nothing wrong with trying to bait the enemy into attacking you from a disadvantageous position. They both want a piece of Byleth, then they can... Well, they're just gonna have to catch her first. Got the vulnerary, is it Dimitri? Use that, thank you very much. Let's see. Other movement I can do. I can just have Ashe just kind of stand there menacingly.
Predictable.
Beautiful. You know what? That's fine. Yeah, they do have Swordbreaker on, so it happens.
Don't expect much more than that.
Strength, dexterity, defense, charm. Sure, good level. Nice work, Hilda. Looks like Constance wants a piece of the action now, and I am going to oblige. Got everyone as protected as I can.
The denizens of Abyss, and it won't end well for you. Tremble in fear at my magical might.
No, rude. Can't do that. Oh, this is getting dicey real fast.
We must all do our part.
Oh boy.
Forgive me, everyone. My battle ends here.
Yeah, I am not a fan of that. Go back to the point where Byleth made that move. What are you up to? Alright, let's see here. Yeah, my big mistake was putting Byleth in melee range. We'll just fix that.
I'll give it my all.
I'll cut through.
Alright. Take two.
You're of noble stock, yes? Name yourself.
Certain. I am Edelgard.
But that is the same name as the Imperial Princess. It's a lovely name, but a bit cheeky in my view.
Gee, I wonder why she has the same name as the Imperial Princess. What a weird coincidence that is. Alright.
Well done.
Well, since this evasion tile has no effect on flyers, I think the only thing to do... shoot her out of the sky.
The denizens of Abyss and
Hey, yeah, hold on.
tremble
Heard it already. Eat crit.
I have so far left to go.
It's not that I'm defeated, so much as that I'm temporarily grounded.
Whatever you want to call it, Constance.
Who, me?
Alright, got a lot going on here. Let's try to thin out some of these numbers a little. I'll double check the attack speed of everyone over here. What is it? Is it 4 or higher? Okay, so 4 or higher gets the double. Want to avoid that.
I will prevail.
Why is her evasion lowered? Oh, because of her battalion. Okay. Look, they can't all go for Hilda, alright? Let's see. Anytime there's a mage, anytime you see the wizard, harm him. Important principle. Stick to it. Trying to distribute the pain, I think.
Ready and willing.
That's got to be the plan at this point.
Well, what have we here? Some lost kids stumbling around in the dark? Stay a while, won't you? Shame indeed not to have a bit of fun with each other while we've got the chance, you know?
Oh. Double.
Forgive me, everyone. My battle ends here.
I think I am going to take this defeat. This loss of Byleth. Just because I've come so far. Alright, Linhardt, let's get some actual, like, combat experience on you. There we go. Come
I could have
on.
been sleeping this whole time.
We're sleeping. Taking that one back.
I'll give it my all.
Let's see how that roll of the RNG goes.
I could have been sleeping this whole
Not
time.
much better. Fine. Fates have decided.
I'll cut through. Ready and willing.
It's unlike in past battles, where I just go straight for the boss. Since experience is kind of at a premium here, I think I'm gonna take care to wipe out
Life
the enemies.
doesn't always go as planned.
Odd. Fine. Fine.
Who, me?
Yeah, this ought to do it. Dimitri is quickly becoming my MVP, it
I
seems.
must keep aiming higher.
Maybe I got a bit too carried away. Nah.
Ooh, 13 turns. Yes. MVP gets bonus experience instead of increased motivation because...
It's safe to say we've won this round, don't you think? B, was it?
There's no need for motivation, so MVPs just get bonus experience. I totally forgot. Anyway.
The name's Balthus. I don't lose often, but I can at least recognize what it looks like.
Balthus. Balthus? From House Albrecht? Baldy, is that you? Whoa! You look, old.
Huh. Do we know each other, pal? Wait a minute. That hair, those eyes, that voice! Hilda! I don't believe it! Oh, little sis?
What do you know? There's no need to fight after all.
I don't believe it. Little Hilda herself. Why didn't you speak up sooner?
Baldy, this isn't the time to catch up. What would Holst think? I bet you didn't consider that, did you?
Eesh. I don't know, but it wouldn't be nice. Look, sorry, okay? Just don't tell Holst. If he knew I raised a hand against you, he'd have my head.
Ha! Like he'd stop at your head. Fine, though. Just this once, and just for you, I'll keep quiet.
Now that that's sorted, what did you mean about it being lucky that you found me?
Oh, that. One of the guys I owe gold to is Count Gloucester. He said something about forgiving my debt if I could dig up some dirt on you. Figured this was my shot.
Ah, so it was purely selfish. But then was a fight really necessary?
Really was. best way to acquaint yourself with someone is to get into a tussle with them. That's common sense right there.
Is it though? That doesn't sound right.
That's the correct response for a reasonable person. We're not all as far gone as Balthus here.
Say what you will, but I learned all I need to know. It's clear this lot has nothing to do with the church's intentions. But that means those other creeps could always attack us at any moment.
What creeps?
Someone's targeting Abyss. Mercenaries keep sniffing around and causing trouble here. They won't let up.
It's a real problem, and we have no clue who's pulling the strings. There are many within the church who would love to see this filthy underground city purged. When you first showed up, we thought you were here to do just that. Apologies for the confusion.
So that's why you came at us with that nasty Kill the Outsiders act.
As Yuribird said, we're sorry. We're all pretty on edge these days.
Indeed. That someone would descend to Abyss out of pure curiosity was far too outlandish to consider.
Well, wait, hold on. What kind of question is that? What is the purpose of Abyss? Alright, we'll humor the game.
No idea. These tunnels have been around for ages. They could be older than the monastery for all we know.
None remain who know the complete truth. However, I shall tell you all that we know for certain. Abyss is home to those who shun the light of day. It is the secret shadow of Garreg Mach, if you will.
The church quietly tolerates us. They think they need a place like this for Garreg Mach to thrive.
The deal is simple. Abyssians never get involved with the surface, and the surface never gets involved with us.
Alas, for some foul reason, surface dwellers have been after us of late.
You wanted to know why they don't come up at all in the main story. There's your answer. Just ignore each other as a matter of principle.
Further oppressing those souls who can only find solace beneath the ground? I cannot abide it. Though it pains me to admit, we too harbor valid reasons for not venturing into the light. That is why, by the grace of our esteemed patron, we have been granted sanctuary here in Abyss.
I see. Balti, does that mean you've got a reason for being here too?
Afraid so, Hilda. I'm here because there are more bounties on my head than there is hair. Needed to lay low. Real low.
But, Balti, that's awful.
Enough with the niceties. Let's get these surface dwellers out of here.
Nonsense! Intolerable nonsense! Why ever would we let slip this chance to acquire their aid?
Oh, you need our help, huh? Your tune sure has changed.
Like
Or maybe
we
not
said,
constant.
recently this place is being targeted by mercenaries. Myself excluded, a lot of the folks who live here can't defend themselves. They're here to avoid conflict. The elderly, the infirm, orphans, lost souls, merchants who were chewed up and spit out by the nobility, the works.
It rests upon us to protect those who cannot protect themselves, and to safeguard our home. To that noble end, I must insist that you lend us your strength.
I feel for your cause, truly. However, I cannot help but wonder why you would trust us so readily. We are from the surface, after all.
Trust is a choice. We're choosing to trust you. For now. It's clear you're not here by command of the church. And you're not just a bunch of noble twerps either. You can hold your own. It's in the way you fight, how you carry yourselves. Still, I'm reluctant to get you involved with this madness. It's our problem, not yours.
It's too late now. We already told them everything. Let's at least give them a chance to decide for themselves.
Yeah.
Most true. Wander about Abyss for a time, and I am certain you will come to the only correct conclusion.
Right, what she said. Take a look, think some thoughts. Consider yourselves our special guests.